Deep in northwestern China, archaeologists uncovered the remains of Yaoheyuan, a Bronze Age walled city where palaces, cemeteries, workshops, and ritual spaces reveal a complex society from the Western Zhou period. The ancient settlement lies in Ningxia near the Lupan Mountains and covers nearly 1 million square meters with massive walls, moats, roads, and carefully organized buildings. Inside the city, archaeologists discovered high-status tombs, smaller burial grounds, sacrificial pits, a bronze casting workshop, pottery production areas, and foundations belonging to important buildings. But beneath the ancient ground, researchers found something far more disturbing: human remains placed within a ritual landscape alongside animals and valuable burial objects. Archaeological evidence shows that ritual sacrifice took place at Yaoheyuan, with human remains appearing among carefully arranged burials and sacrificial deposits. The site also contained enormous horse sacrifice pits where dozens of animals had been placed beneath the ancient city, with some skeletons showing evidence of deliberate dismemberment. Researchers recovered around 120 horse skeletons from several pits, revealing how important ritual sacrifice was within the religious and political life of the settlement. Among the discoveries were bronze objects, jade artifacts, pottery pieces, lacquerware, and bones carrying ancient symbols that provide rare clues about the people who controlled this forgotten city. The bronze workshop is especially important because it provides evidence for local metal production during the Western Zhou period and reveals how powerful the settlement had become. Yaoheyuan appears to have been an important regional center connected to the wider political world of the Western Zhou while also maintaining distinctive local traditions. Yet the people who lived here left behind surprisingly little written history, making the archaeological evidence essential for understanding their rituals, beliefs, and social organization. Modern researchers are using archaeology, ancient DNA isotope analysis, and careful examination of human and animal remains to reconstruct how this mysterious community lived and died. Yaoheyuan shows that ancient China was far more diverse and complex than surviving historical texts alone can reveal, and beneath its ruins still lie unanswered questions about ritual power and sacrifice. Why were humans and animals sacrificed at Yaoheyuan, and what role did these terrifying rituals play in the power of this ancient Chinese city? Long video ke liya script du bilkul. Long form ko liya main isko 12 to 16 minute documentary ko level par bana raha hun, approximately 1,900 to 2,100 words. Is bar script ko current archaeological evidence ko sath verify ki ahai. Yaoheyuan Ningxia, northwestern China, main Western Zhou period ka major walled center, the Jahan Palace complex, elite cemeteries, sacrificial pits, bronze casting workshop, pottery workshops, or inscribed oracle bones. Yaoheyuan research also documents human and animal sacrificial practices, including a child whose injuries may have been associated with sacrifice. The ancient city where humans were sacrificed. Deep in the mountains of northwestern China, archaeologists uncovered the remains of an ancient city that had been buried beneath the earth for more than 2,000 years, and inside its walls they found palaces, elite tombs, bronze workshops, ritual pits, and evidence of ceremonies involving both animals and human beings. This was Yaoheyuan, an ancient settlement in what is now Ningxia, near the eastern foothills of the Lupan Mountains, and during the Western Zhou period it appears to have been one of the most important political and cultural centers in this part of China. The city was not a small village hidden in the wilderness. Archaeological investigations have revealed a large walled urban settlement covering roughly 920,000 square meters, with defensive walls, moats, roads, large building foundations, cemeteries, workshops, and areas associated with elite activity. At the center of this ancient landscape were buildings that suggest people with considerable political power once lived here. But the most disturbing evidence was found underground. Beneath the surface, archaeologists discovered sacrificial pits and unusual burials containing the remains of animals and humans. These discoveries are changing how researchers understand ritual practices in the northwestern frontier of the Western Zhou world. To understand Yaoheyuan, we have to travel back more than 3,000 years to a period when the Western Zhou dynasty controlled a large part of ancient China. The Western Zhou followed the Shang dynasty and ruled from approximately 1045 to 771 BC. This was an age of powerful kings, aristocratic families, bronze weapons, ritual vessels, chariots, warfare, ancestor worship, and highly structured social hierarchies. But the political world of the Western Zhou was much larger than the royal center. Far from the heartland, different communities lived along China's northern and northwestern frontier. Some were closely connected to Zhou political power, while others maintained their own traditions and identities. Yaoheyuan appears to have occupied an important position within this complicated frontier world. Its location was strategic. The settlement stood near the Lupan Mountains, an area connecting different regions of ancient northwestern China. The people living there were not isolated from the wider world. Archaeologists have found evidence showing connections with different cultural traditions, including influences associated with the Zhou and earlier Shang traditions. This makes Yaoheyuan important for more than its mysterious rituals. The site provides a rare look at how political power, religion, technology, warfare, and different cultural traditions came together on the edge of the Western Zhou world. Then came the discovery of the city's ritual remains. One of the most striking finds was a series of horse sacrificial pits. Archaeologists recovered the remains of roughly 120 horses from 6 pits. Some of the animals had been placed in layers, and several skeletons had been broken into segments, suggesting that at least some of the animals were deliberately dismembered before burial. These were not ordinary refuse pits. The arrangement of the remains and their archaeological context indicate that the horses were connected to ritual and funerary practices. Modern scientific analysis has added another layer to the story. Researchers used radiocarbon dating and isotope analysis to investigate the horses and understand where they came from and how they were managed. The results place the horses within the Western Zhou period, with dates extending roughly from 1203 to 821 BC. The horses were therefore part of a much larger system in which valuable animals could become symbols of wealth, status, military power, and ritual authority. For the people of Yaoheyuan, horses were not simply transportation. They were connected to warfare, chariots, elite status, and ceremonies surrounding death. Some of the highest status burials were accompanied by vehicles and horses. This reflected a social system in which the possessions of powerful people could follow them into death. But animals were not the only beings associated with ritual sacrifice. Archaeological evidence from Yaoheyuan also points toward human sacrifice. Human bones have been found in ritual and burial contexts, and researchers have identified practices involving humans and animals together. One particularly important case comes from a burial containing 2 adult women and a child. The child was between approximately 6 and 9 years old. Modern examination revealed repeated sharp force injuries to the child's skull that occurred around the time of death. A CT scan showed that one of the injuries created a deep indentation that nearly penetrated the skull. Ancient DNA analysis showed that the child was male and that he was not genetically related to the 2 adult women buried in the same tomb. Researchers concluded that the child was likely the victim of a violent incident and suggested that the circumstances may have been associated with sacrifice. But this is where archaeology requires caution. The evidence does not allow us to reconstruct the entire ceremony or explain exactly why this child died. We can identify the physical evidence. We can study the burial. We can examine the injuries. We can compare the practice with other Western Zhou and Shang ritual traditions. But the exact event that took place thousands of years ago remains unknown. And that uncertainty makes the discovery even more fascinating. Because Yaoheyuan was not simply a place where people died. It was a place where death itself appears to have been incorporated into a larger system of ritual and political power. In the ancient world, sacrifice could be connected to ancestors, religious ceremonies, political authority, warfare, funerals, and attempts to communicate with supernatural forces. The people of Yaoheyuan left behind evidence that suggests these traditions were deeply connected to elite society. And then archaeologists discovered something that reveals another side of the city. A bronze workshop. Inside the settlement, researchers found evidence for large-scale bronze production. The workshop covered a substantial area and contained features associated with preparing clay molds, heating materials, casting bronze, and processing the finished objects. Thousands of ceramic mold fragments were recovered. This means Yaoheyuan was not simply importing finished bronze objects from somewhere else. At least some bronze production was taking place directly inside the settlement. That discovery matters because bronze was one of the most important materials of elite power during ancient China's Bronze Age. Bronze vessels could represent status. Bronze weapons could represent military authority. Ritual bronze objects could be used in ceremonies connected to ancestors and political legitimacy. Controlling bronze production therefore meant controlling technology, resources, skilled workers, and potentially political influence. Yaoheyuan had all the signs of a powerful regional center. It had walls. It had elite tombs. It had workshops. It had ritual spaces. It had bronze production. It had horses and chariots. And it had writing. Among the discoveries were oracle bones carrying inscriptions and symbols connected to the broader writing traditions of ancient China. More than 150 different signs have been reported among the inscribed bones. These objects provide another extraordinary connection between Yaoheyuan and the wider intellectual world of the Western Zhou. The people living here were not simply producing objects. They were participating in systems of writing, ritual, administration, and political communication. Yet despite all this evidence, one question remains. Who exactly controlled Yaoheyuan? Archaeologists believe the settlement was connected to the wider Western Zhou political system, but its population was culturally complex. Different traditions appear to have existed side by side. The architecture, bronze objects, burial practices, writing, and ritual remains suggest that the people of Yaoheyuan were influenced by several cultural worlds. This is one reason the site is so important. Ancient China was not a single uniform civilization. It was a huge landscape containing different communities, regional powers, local traditions, migrating populations, and political alliances. Yaoheyuan gives archaeologists a rare opportunity to see that complexity directly in the ground. The city also reveals something about how the Western Zhou frontier worked. Power did not always spread simply by replacing one culture with another. Instead, communities could adopt ideas from powerful neighbors while maintaining older traditions of their own. Bronze technology could travel. Writing could travel. Burial customs could be adapted. Religious practices could change. People could move between regions. And political relationships could transform over generations. Yaoheyuan appears to have been part of this complicated process. But eventually, the city declined. Buildings were abandoned. The political system changed. The Western Zhou world itself eventually disappeared. And Yaoheyuan slowly became buried beneath the landscape. For centuries, almost nobody remembered the enormous settlement that had once existed there. Its walls disappeared beneath soil. Its buildings collapsed. Its bronze workshops became archaeological layers. Its cemeteries became silent. And the ritual pits containing horses and human remains remained hidden. Then modern archaeology began uncovering the site. Since systematic excavation began, researchers have slowly reconstructed the ancient settlement piece by piece. Every new trench reveals another part of the story. A wall reveals the city's size. A tomb reveals social hierarchy. A bronze mold reveals technology. An oracle bone reveals writing. A horse skeleton reveals ritual practice. And human remains reveal something much more difficult to understand. The people who built Yaoheyuan had complex beliefs about death. They invested enormous resources into ceremonies. They buried valuable animals. They created bronze objects. They built tombs for elites. And in some circumstances, human lives appear to have been incorporated into ritual practices. That does not mean every death at Yaoheyuan was a sacrifice. It does not mean the entire population lived under constant ritual killing. Archaeology cannot support such a conclusion. Instead, the evidence suggests that sacrifice was one component of a much broader religious and political system. And this distinction matters. Because the real story of Yaoheyuan is more complicated than a simple tale of an ancient city where people were sacrificed. It is the story of a powerful Bronze Age community living on the frontier of ancient China. A society where religion and politics were closely connected. A society where horses represented wealth and military power. A society where bronze production required specialized knowledge. A society where writing was used for ritual communication. And a society where, under certain circumstances, human and animal sacrifice formed part of ceremonial life. Today, archaeologists continue examining the site using methods that ancient excavators could never have imagined. Ancient DNA can reveal relationships between people. Isotope analysis can provide clues about where humans and animals lived before their deaths. Radiocarbon dating can establish chronological ranges. Microscopic analysis can reveal injuries and manufacturing techniques. And digital recording allows researchers to preserve the exact archaeological context of objects before they are removed from the ground. The more scientists study Yaoheyuan, the less it looks like an isolated mystery. Instead, it becomes a missing piece of a much larger story about ancient China. A story involving the Western Zhou dynasty, the northern frontier, bronze technology, horse culture, ancestor worship, writing, political power, and ritual sacrifice. Perhaps the most remarkable part is that the evidence survived at all. The people of Yaoheyuan did not leave behind a complete historical account explaining who they were or why they performed their rituals. They left fragments, broken bones, buried horses, bronze fragments, clay molds, stone objects, tomb structures, oracle bones, and traces of lives that ended more than 3,000 years ago. Archaeologists must connect those fragments carefully. Some conclusions are strong. Others remain uncertain. And some questions may never be answered. But every discovery brings the ancient city back into focus. Yaoheyuan was once a living place. People walked through its streets. Workers shaped bronze in its workshops. Craftsmen produced pottery. Elite families built tombs. Horses were trained for war and ceremony. Ritual specialists performed ceremonies. And powerful individuals made decisions that affected the lives of everyone around them. Then the city became silent. For centuries, its story disappeared beneath the soil of Ningxia. Until archaeology brought it back. Today, the remains of Yaoheyuan are helping researchers understand a part of ancient Chinese history that written records alone cannot fully explain. And perhaps the most unsettling lesson is also the most human. The people of Yaoheyuan were not monsters from a forgotten world. They were human beings living inside a completely different understanding of life, death, power, and the supernatural. Their rituals may seem horrifying to us today, but to understand them, archaeologists must look beyond the shock and ask what these practices meant to the people who performed them. Why were horses placed into deep pits? Why were valuable objects deliberately buried? Why were some human beings included in ritual contexts? Who decided when a sacrifice was necessary? And what did the people of Yaoheyuan believe would happen after death? Those questions remain open. But beneath the soil of northwestern China, the ancient city is still speaking. Not through a single surviving story, but through thousands of archaeological fragments that together reveal a society far more complex than anyone once imagined. And perhaps the greatest mystery is not why humans were sacrificed at Yaoheyuan. It is what these rituals tell us about the people who believed sacrifice could connect the living world with the world of the dead. If you could uncover one completely untouched chamber at Yaoheyuan, what would you hope to find inside? An ancient royal burial, a lost bronze artifact, or a written record explaining the rituals of this mysterious city?